In this video, I'm going to show what changes I made in addition to the video demonstration by ESRI. So first, you need to watch the video demonstration, which shows make a layout in ArcGIS Pro. So that's kind of the standard how you make a layout. This video shows some of the customization that I did on top of the standard, adding all the elements for this specific lab. So first of all, you will see that after adding, so I added the layout, and after adding everything, I actually went into individual layer. So right clicked on the layer, went to the properties, and changed the name into a nice format. So changed the into upper cases and added information like population greater than 100,000 and things like that. And also in this case, where you have cities and state capital, you saw that I went to the symbology, and in here I changed the labels so that it shows up in here. I also deleted the capital here because that was the field name that was showing up. I don't need that on my legend because it was already in here. And I also unchecked this kind of a generic symbol that was showing up here as a third option. I don't want that, so I unchecked that so it does not show up on my map layout. For the other ones here, again, I did the same thing, went to properties, changed the name, just the name in here, and went to the symbology as well. Here you cannot change anything. So for that, what I did was I right-clicked on this. Okay, before you do that, I should talk about the raster. So for the raster, what I did was I again right-clicked on the layer, went to the properties, changed the name, and in the label here, you can see I changed into low and high right here, okay, so that it automatically changes into low and high. And then for these layers, the interstate water bodies, you will see that it shows up both like the layer label and again the same repetition. Now I went back to change the raster first because the step that I'm going to show you right now, if once you do it, you cannot go back. So if you right click and convert into graphics, so right now it's disabled for me because I've already converted into graphics. But let's say if you insert a legend like this, and you can right click, convert to graphics, it converts everything into individual graphics, and then you can actually select, so you can ungroup and you can select each of them and delete or move around as you want. Okay, so if another thing, before you convert into graphics, you should remember converting into graphics should be the last possible option. If you don't need to convert into graphics and you are good to go, do that, because there are other legend properties. So for example, if you right click, go to the properties, you can see that you can add the legend name by clicking on here, and then if you go to show properties, you can toggle these layer names or headings, right? Layer names, labels, of course we want labels, so it should be there. We need the layer name, and this is what I was meaning by doubling up. So if I keep the layer name, then the elevation here looks great, but then we have this duplicate of water bodies. But if I switch off the layer name, then the elevation name goes away. Now, if I switch off the heading, then nothing really changes much other than maybe the one or two. So that way I really needed to kind of convert it. So if you right click, convert to graphics. And as I mentioned, once you convert it to graphics, which for this one I did, whatever change I make here does not automatically get updated in here, and vice versa. Let's say I was instead of making changes here, I was like, okay, fine, I'll change the name in this layer. Any changes you make henceforward after converting to graphics does not show up here. So that's something that you should be careful about before you convert into graphics. Make sure you use your name for map credit data source, although you are getting this data from your data folder, but it is actually US Census and USGS data, so you should always cite the right data source. You see these text is the source for the base map. If you're using a base map, you have to keep that. There is no way you can delete that. If you don't want to keep it, probably uncheck the layer and it will go away eventually. And then finally, when you are sharing, you just click on the top here and you can convert into PNG or PDF. Generally, these two are good formats to share your maps in.